Some of you might have wondered from time to time, how do I get this exotic log drum sounds that I'm hearing in a lot of these banging on my piano records? I mean, listen to this. So it's actually very, very easy. And instead of you to continue going online to search for particular log drum sounds, I'm going to show you how to create your own personalized log drum sounds. Right? Let's go into this real quick. So this is a default log drum sound. Sounds very good. Right, but there are a few things that you need to focus on if you're trying to create your own very unique log drum sound. All right, now the first thing I would advise you start with is the modulation, and this modulation, the first one, the modulation 1. And don't be afraid to mess around with things, because whatever you do, you can always just undo it or go back to the original log drum sound. All right, so I'm going to start first with the time. Already, we're already somewhere, right? This is already a very solid log drum sound. It gets crazier. I can decide to increase the sustain, right? Bro. You get the gist. And I can go ahead and be like, you know what, let me increase the release. It's really that simple. Let's keep messing around for a minute and see what we come up with. Let's go to this first init, right, and see. Bro. Yeah, that's hard. Bro. This is a very, very dope log drum sound. And usually at this point, I would have already saved a few presets because I feel like we've already created like 5 different log drum sounds already. Let's go back. Let's go back to the tighter sound. And there's more you can do. You can actually go to fine to adjust the pitch to sit perfectly with your beat. Let's layer this with the sub bass and listen with the beat and hear what it sounds like. Why not, right? So that's pattern 15. Very nice. By the way, it's always very important to layer your log drum with the sub bass. You can hear the depth already that the sub is giving to the log drum. Anyways, back to experimenting. Right, so let's go adjust the chorus. Bro. Yeah. So like I said, you use the fine to fine tune the tone of the log drum, right? I think velocity makes it tighter, right? So now that I reduce the velocity, you get the log drum sound tighter. Let me increase the sensitivity of that. It's more open. You know, there's tons of things you can do, right? I think the true adds a bit of a chorus type effect. I mean, so far, I feel like we've already created like 10 different log drum presets. And listen, we're just getting started. There's so many things we can also do. Now, let's assume we've created something that we like, right? I like this preset, I'm going to save it. Why not, right? So let's go. Save preset as BMA solid log. Sounds solid. Why not? Right? Right. There's some more things we can actually do to this log drum. So let's go over to amplitude. On the amplitude side, we can actually also adjust the attack, the decay, and the release. So if we increase the attack, the log drum will sound like it's gliding into itself. Let's listen to that. Yeah. Right. It just depends on what you want. But I think for this preset, I'm going to leave the attack at 0 so I can retain that transit and punch, right? Mad. So like I mentioned, we can adjust the attack, the decay, and the release. So let's play around with the decay and release and see what we come up with. Mad. Whoa. Right. And if I want to make the notes of the log drum ring out even longer, I'll just go and increase my release. But you have to be very careful with that, because if you're playing very fast log drums, one note can bleed into the other one and it can sound too much like you just heard. So usually I will use a log drum that has a longer release as fillers, right? You just come up like bam, that kind of stuff. That's where I will increase the release so it just rings out and it's not clashing with any other notes, basically, right? So that's it. Just messing around with the modulation and the amplitude can give you tons and tons of dope log drum preset that you can use to make your piano sound sick. This is mad. But let me show you the preset I already created for this beat. And I'm actually combining like 2 log drum presets and 1 sub. Crazy, right? Let's listen to that. Right. Mad. This is the first one. I named this one Anger Logs. Let me turn off the sub bass. Right, you can tell I'm using this to fill up the higher frequency for the log drum. And the next one, yeah, I named this one Med Log. Sounds very, I don't know, med. Bro, anyways. Again, just from adjusting the modulation and the amplitude, you get very, very dope log drum presets, basically. And yeah, so I combined these 2 log drums and sub and I mean, let's listen to that with the beat. Very dope. I mean, that's it, boys and girls. And just like that, you can create your own dope log drum preset, right? Instead of going online and looking for log drum preset up and down. Very easy, as you can see. There's one more thing I want to show you that I did in this beat that I think might be useful to somebody. So I have this right, this conga loop. Let me show you what I'm doing there. So I started with a very nice conga sound. You can actually do this with any conga sound, but I think having a weird conga sound to start with will actually make this work properly. And then obviously the key to the bounce is all of these velocity changes that I've done here. So I have like these notes that come before the first hit, and I've reduced the velocity of these notes, like this part here. Right, so it gives you a very nice, natural, weird bounce. Right, but then the next thing I'm doing here is I've gone to the envelope and I've set the attack to about 5%, the hold to the max, decay to 55%, and release to 52%. And let me turn the envelope so you hear what that sounds like now. Easily change the whole sound, and it sounds very tight and dope, and it sounds like it's gliding into itself because I've increased the attack. And then the next thing obviously I did was send it to the mixer, and then I added a bunch of reverb and delay. Right. You can hear the delay creating some sort of weird groove in the background. Mad, right? And then I added halftime. Okay, I've set the halftime note to 1/8T, set the mode to 4x, right? And I also set the band to about 2.6 kilohertz. Let me select the whole band, see here what it sounds like. Basically, weird as well. But yeah, so 2.6. So you still get that effect, but you know, a lot of the original sound is still cutting through. So right, and then the last thing I added here was this EQ, just to boost around 2K. And also obviously low pass and high pass filter. And just like that, you created a very nice, weird ass conga loop that would actually make your beat stand out. It's stuff like this that will also make your amapiano beat stand out, to be honest. Maybe I should increase this. To the beginning. Yeah. That's already going to catch your attention, basically. Alright, so this is where I'm going to stop for this video. I actually just wanted to show you a quick log drum tip that you can use to create your own amazing log drum preset. Alright, so if you find something useful from this video, make sure you leave me a like as usual. Subscribe for more. Bro, I just hit 3K subs. Shout out to everybody subscribing, by the way. Amazing, okay? And if you need to book my services for mixing and mastering in stereo and Dolby Atmos, you can click the engineer's link down below or hit me up on Instagram at BennyMacaulayDP. And if you're a producer or an artist and you want to record yourself and you have Logic, I created the Logic Pro recording template with a free Afrobeat preset in it. The link's also down there below. And one more thing, in 2024, if you have still not listened to the Project-Atmos EP, the link also is down there below. That's going to be it for now, man. Shall see you on the next one. Benny Macaulay out.